Hello everyone, and welcome to another very beautiful and a very exciting chess game of Paul Morphy. And in this game, Paul Morphy has the black pieces, and his opponent is Elkin. And there is only one game against Paul Morphy and Elkin in the archives, in the database. And Elkin is not a very well-known player in the history of chess. So this game was played in New York in 1857. Elkin starts the game with playing e4, e5, f4, king's gambit, accepted, knight to f3, g5, h4, g4, attacking the knight, knight to e5, knight to f6, bishop to c4, d5, blocking the bishop, e takes on d5, bishop to d6, d4, defending the knight, knight to h5, queen to d2, queen to e7. Well, pinning the knight, and also threatening f6. So Elkin desperately played king to d1 and losing the castling rights. If, let's say, castling in this position, what happens next? Can you guess the next two moves of black? Well, first of all, black plays bishop takes knight, and after pawn takes on e5, queen to c5, that's check, also attacking the bishop. So a move, and then queen takes bishop, and black is a piece up. And maybe defending with the queen, queen to e2, is not a good idea because of knight to g3, maybe. So we have king to d1, and Paul Morphy happily castled. Well, maybe white needs to resign. What a horrible position for white. Well, queen is blocking the bishop, and the king is exposed, so white is in trouble. Elkin played queen to e1, rook to e8, knight to d3, queen to d8, attacking the queen, queen to c3, g3, knight to d2, bishop to g4 check, blocking with the knight, knight to d7, bishop to b5, rook to e7, bishop takes knight, queen takes on d7, bishop to d2, rook from a to e8, rook to e1, bishop takes on f3, g takes on f3, and then queen to h3 by Paul Morphy. And Paul Morphy created this very dangerously passed pawn. And Paul Morphy is intending to push the pawn and then promoting a queen. We have knight to e5, g2, pushing the pawn. Bishop takes on f4. Well, in this position, as you can see, white is squeezed in this very clunky, very bad position. So Elkin wants to relieve his position, and he played bishop takes on f4. And this is very painful to watch. Well, Paul Morphy simply captures on f4. Queen to e3. Bishop takes on e5. D takes on e5. Rook takes on e5. Attacking the queen. And in this position, Elkin captures the knight. And materially is equal. But of course, Paul Morphy played the killer move, also capturing the rook. It's a good move, but there's a better move than capturing the rook. So Paul Morphy played the move, and Elkin resigned. Well, Paul Morphy simply played rook takes on d5, and Elkin shook Paul Morphy's hand, and he resigned. Well, the possible continuation is king to c1, only move. Then rook takes rook, that's checkmate. So maybe queen to d2 is the only possible continuation, but this variation looks very funny. So this is out of questions, but we have rook takes rook. I'm only showing this variation for fun. So king takes rook, g-pawn promoted to a queen, king to e2, queen from h to h2, And where is the king going? King goes to nowhere. That's checkmate. So after rook takes on d5, Elkin resigned. And also, before forget, if let's say queen to f2, then rook takes on d5, king to c1, rook takes on e1, queen takes on e1, queen to h1, c3, g-pawn promoted to a queen, king to c2, queen from h to h2, king to b3, queen to b6, king to a3, rook to a5, checkmate. So whatever white does, white is getting checkmated. After rook takes on e5, and we have this variation in the real game. Paul Morphy captures the pawn, and this is all over for white. And I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.